Good morning. Welcome to Green Team and TC Barter show where we talk on crypto and bartering every day. So today in the past 24 hours, the crypto is up a little bit, but for the last 1 hour and previous few hours, it's been going down. We saw Bitcoin, back on $90,000. And if I share my screen and if we go on CoinGecko, so we can see Bitcoin is back on $90,000 today, but it's down 1% for the last hour. But still for the week, it's up 3.7%. Ethereum is also up 2% for the 24 hours, but for the week, it's still down 5%. And also it's, going down for the last 1 hour. It's down 1.8%. And if we see the rest of other markets, for the 24 hours, almost everything is up, but for the last 1 hour, some things are up and some things are going down. And if I go on Pulsechain market, uh, let me pull up the deck screener. Yeah, we can see Pulsechain itself is up a little bit. PulseX is down. It was up yesterday, but today it's down a little bit. And if we see Hex, it's up 2% in the last 24 hours. But for the previous few hours, it's down for the 6 hour, it's down 3.8%. And if we see other tokens, some things are green and more most things are red for the previous few hours. And if we go and see our watch list, which has uh, ETHTC token, our green steam token, it's up a little bit for the 24 hours, but for the 6 hours, it's also following the market and it's down almost 3%. But for the last 5 minutes, we can see a little bit green candles. So ETHTC is a green steam token. What green team is it's a group of people who buy their tribe token by whenever they see down and help it, by buying and making it up at least 2% average for the day. And if I slide down a little bit, we can see the marketplaces and websites where you can spend your cryptocurrency, your ETHTC token directly. Here we can see if I click on ETHTC directory links, so we can see a lot of websites and marketplaces where you can spend your ETHTC or cryptocurrency directly without even selling. So if I click on tctrademarket.com, that's the other marketplace. You can place your ad and you can see there they have real estate for trade, cars, vacation rentals, uh, almost everything that you want to get, like services or goods. If I go back and see other websites, we have ETHTC vacations, uh, tctrade.mart.com, and also they have their websites, their Telegram, and their Twitter listed here. Here's a little information you can read about this token. And if we see the chart, here we can see a little red candle, but if we see the overall chart from the December 2024, even market had a big dumps and it was down for the previous 2-3 weeks. So the ETHTC chart is still going up. We can see the green candles. So what 2% philosophy is, if I pull the chart, so here is our green steam 2% philosophy. If you put any amount that you can afford, let's say if you put $800 in a token that does averages 2% every day, after 37 days, it's gonna be $1,600. And if it does the same for the 6 months, it's gonna be $27,000. And if it does the same for the year, it's gonna be $1 million. But there is, no guarantee because crypto is very volatile. We saw, ETHTC was also down 20% in a day, and right after that, with the help of Green Team, it was up more than 100%. It was up, I think, 150%. So today we can see the market is, I would say on sideways because there is no excitement going on in the good tokens like Bitcoin, Ethereum, even on Pulsechain and Hex. Now we can see, you know, it's pop up a little like green candle for the 5 minutes, but still it's down. Those are down for the 24 hours. So we have Dawn here available today. So Dawn, what do you say about this type of situation in market? Where we can see, we are looking like every day the market is sideways, or it's keep going down and down. Even Ethereum is like not performing very good. It's standing on like $2,000. It was used to be on more than like $3,000.
Well, yeah, and I agree with you that what matters in the cryptocurrency world is not so much the website, the protocol, the this, the that. What matters is the team that's behind the token. What matters is the community that's behind the token. Look at all the problems that Pulsechain has had. It's not listed with any of the major exchanges. Richard Hart, the founder of it, was attacked by the SEC, and yet it's doing great. Um, Richard Hart owns a lot of the tokens, so it's not so much how widely the tokens are distributed. It's not so much the website. It's not so much the technicality, the protocol. What matters is the community. What matters is you, me, Lon, Victor, the people in the community. What matters is, are the people in the community dedicated? Are they dedicated to helping that particular token average 2% a day or better? You can buy 100 different tokens and you're not going to have any effect. You can buy 50 different tokens, you're not going to have any effect. You can buy a brand new token and you don't know if it has a community. You can, you can you can be rest assured that Bitcoin has a community. It's not going to go to zero, right? So you could choose Bitcoin as your tribe token. You could join the Bitcoin green team. Ethereum, I don't know what's wrong with the Ethereum green team, but it's not averaging 2% a day. So what's the solution? What's the solution to the cryptocurrency game? The solution is to find yourself a tribe, a community, find yourself a green team that you like and that you want to support and that you want to believe in, and then when you see it turn red, the only thing you can do to help it is buy a little bit. If you can buy $10 worth, $100 worth, $800 worth, $8,000 worth. If you join a green team and buy $8,000 worth, and the green team that you join succeeds in averaging 2% a day. Obviously, some days it'll be up 10%, some days it'll be down 10%, 30%, whatever. It depends. It doesn't matter what happens yesterday, today, tomorrow. What matters is the community that's behind it. Is there a community that's dedicated to that particular token, that no matter what, they're going to help it try and achieve 2% a day? There's no guarantee of that. There's nobody knows for sure that you're going to succeed. You don't know for sure if your baseball team is going to win. You don't know for sure that your green team is going to win, but you have to pick, you got to pick a team and play the game. And the team that we have picked, obviously, is ETHTC, Ethereum Compatible TC, Ethereum Compatible Trade Credits. And that particular token, as you know, let's see, I'm in a different Chrome, what's the word, profile. So I don't have
Browser.
I'm in a different Chrome browser. I don't have all my tools here, but let me see if I can bring it up anyway. Let's see what it's deck screener. And so what we're doing here, folks, is creating a community, one person at a time, to support a particular token that we choose. What I was getting ready to say is if I put $8,000 into a token and it does average 2% a day for a year, $8,000 becomes $10 million portfolio. $8,000 can become $10 million. Well, hey, that's a game that I'm willing to play. That sounds pretty good to me. $800 can become $1 million if the green team that you choose to join can succeed in helping it average 2% a day. How is the Ethtc green team doing? Well, in the last 24 hours, one of the pairs is up 4%, 5%, and some of them are not up 2%. So I'm in a buying mood. I'm in a buying mode. If I can help these things get to 2% a day, if it takes $100, if it takes $500, whatever I can afford, I'm interested in changing my $800 to $1 million, or my $8,000 to 10 million in portfolio. Let's say you put in $8,000 and it changes to 10 million over a year. That doesn't mean that you can take out 10 million all at once, because there's not 10 million liquidity behind it. The price of it is not the liquidity. The price of it is the price. The price of it is supply and demand, and actually the price goes up better if there's not a lot of liquidity. The problem with not a lot of liquidity, even though it helps the price go up better, is that once you get your $1 million, you can't take it out all at once because there's not $1 million worth of liquidity there. That's just the price. But you can take out your profits. You've got $1 million in there, and it goes up an average of 2% a month. Doesn't even have to do 2% a day. If it goes up 2% a month, that's $20,000 a month increase that you could take out without crashing the price. Uh, so $800 can become $1 million and can be $20,000 a month, basically like an annuity. Well, that's pretty good. 800 into 20,000. You know what's even better than taking out $20,000 a month if you do get to $1 million in portfolio value? Switch the $20,000 a month over to tcbarter.com and spend it over there, and that doesn't affect the price at all. That doesn't crash the price, doesn't hurt the price at all, doesn't hurt your 2% gain at all. You can transfer your ETHTC into TC Barter at tcbarter.com, and it's not going to affect the price. How come I can't get signed in here? Sign in with Google, maybe? Oh, because I'm in a different profile. Oh, here we go. So here's a sample test account that we have. I can go over here and I can go and eat in all these different restaurants. There's 2 pages of restaurants. Some are national, some are local. I can go to look at all this. Uber Eats can bring me food to my office. I can go to Soup Kitchen, Sugar House Coffee, nationwide across the USA. I can go to Subway sandwich shops. I don't spend the TC there directly. What I do is I go to tcbarter.com and buy one of their gift cards. Their gift cards are, let's say, $50 each. So you pay 50 TCs and get a $50 gift card, which you can use up gradually as you eat at Subway at any place across the nation. There's IHOP restaurants. There's those are national. We talked about Uber Eats. What's the other one? DoorDash. That's in here. And so you got $20,000 a month that you can spend on restaurants, vacations. There's a car in here you can buy. Or maybe you take half of it in cash and half of it in tcbarter.com. But whatever amount you can transfer to TC Barter or spend directly. Some of these ads in tcbarter.com, you can spend crypto directly. What did I do? I did something wrong. And if they have listed in their ad that they'll take cryptocurrency, you can spend the TC there directly. And that's also not selling it. It's also not affecting the price. The only thing that affects the price is if you go to a decentralized exchange and you sell it, and you go get Ethereum or USDC and go put it in your bank and cash it out. Well, that's hurting the value of your $1 million portfolio if you do that. But if you spend it with another participant that likes ETHTC, or if you transfer it at tcbarter.com and go spend it there, that's not selling. It's not going to affect the price. It's not going to affect your 2% a day, increase. And there's lots of stuff in here. There's 2,500 participants that are advertising here, what they have and what they want. And as you know, or I hope at tcbarter.com, there's different ways of doing business. You can they're listed down here at the bottom. You can pay with TC Barter credits, the actual TCs, or you can do a direct trade your car for a boat, trade lawn mowing to get your teeth fixed, whatever. Or you can trade the cryptocurrency directly. If you trade the cryptocurrency, obviously you're going to be paying the gas fees of the blockchain. If you trade your cryptocurrency over to TCs at TC Barter, there's no more gas fees. There's no fees at tcbarter.com. You can enroll for free. You can refer a friend and they enroll for free. And by the way, if you refer a friend and they use your referral link, either your QR code or this link that you can get here, by clicking on the menu at the left where it says invite a friend. You join free, they join free, and yet you get 10 TCs when they put in a complete listing. If they put in their selfie or a product, a picture of their product and their phone number, their email, you automatically get 10 TCs for, helping to enroll them. So for me, the concept is, yes, I like cryptocurrency. Yes, I can afford to buy a little bit. Uh, let's see, is this the account that I want to use today? So this one, let's see, we can put in, let's see how much we put in here. How about we put in $492 worth of Pulse into ETHTC? And by the way, I like Piteous.io, even though you sometimes get a little bit less tokens by buying them at Piteous.io. I like it because it seems to me that there's a lot less robot activity, and I prefer that, to be able to buy without robots competing with me. So when you set your settings, if you set them too high, there can be people that can run in and buy ahead of you and, cost you part of your profit. So I like the fact that Piteous seems to protect me against that. So let's say we go 492, 476. How's our green team doing? See, these are red over here, so I'm in a buying mode, and this one isn't 2% yet. So let me go see if I can help that. And of course, if I put in $492, that's, if I leave it for a year, and if the green team succeeds, there's no guarantee of that, but if we succeed as a green team, that $492 multiplies by 1,300 within a year. That's the rate that 2% a day compounds and ends up. I don't think you can see my calculator, but if I multiply this 492 that I'm putting in today times 1,300, if it averages 2% a day for a year, that 492 becomes over $600,000. 492 can become $600,000 portfolio. Remember, that doesn't mean I can take out 600,000, but it means I can take out the profits of that happen every day, every month. Or I can transfer it over to TC barter, and that won't hurt anything. I could transfer the entire 600,000 over to TC barter, and that doesn't affect the price. It doesn't, cause a dump. It doesn't cause a price decrease in the 2%. But of course, then I got to figure out what I'm going to spend it on over at TC barter. I better have something in mind, a house or a car or a boat or something. But so let's try this. So 492, and let's see if we can help our 2% a day. The only reason I choose 492 is I like to use these weird numbers that pop up when I hit, max of what I've got available. And I don't know if you can see it, but I use the Rabby wallet. Transactions submitted. And sometimes it doesn't show up on Deck Screener right away. It takes a little bit. And I've also noticed it's also best if you do 2 transactions if you want it to show up and help the 2% a day. So after I do this one, it says transaction submitted. How come it doesn't say that it's done? Maybe it's done. I don't know. Let's see. Transactions. Swap. Yeah, it looks like it's done. Oh, that was fast. Okay.
And it's up like 2% for the 5 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. See, we did that. $492 made our goal for the day of 2% a day. Boom. And the reason that all of these are up is that Piteous does that for you. It shops around and it finds all the, like if I put in, let's put in another really small transaction here. Because like I said, I like to have 2 of them. This one will be, here, we'll put in a $5 transaction. Pulse to ETHTC. But what I wanted to show you is it'll shop around and find you the best deal. If you point to this show route, this one's such a small transaction, but it goes from Pulse, which is what I'm spending, and it goes to Solid X, which I've hardly even heard of, and then it goes from Solid X to the incentive token, and then from the incentive token to ETHTC. And the reason it's hopping around like that is to find me the best deal, find me the most tokens that it can. And if I click swap, then this should also help a little bit, because for some reason deck screener likes 2 transactions instead of one. So I usually do a big one and also a little one, and it seems to help the 2% better. But I mean, just think if we build a community and there's 10 people doing what I just did, my goodness, uh, ETHTC is going to have a real hard time staying red, right? And if it has a real hard time staying red, that means that your $800 or whatever you've got in there is hitting its 2% a day. And if we keep that up for a year, that's $1 million portfolio value. And if it only grows 2% a month at that point, that's $20,000 a month that you can either transfer over to TC Barter and spend, or go ahead and sell it if you want, and go ahead and put it in your bank if you want. But that's $20,000 a month. And it came from what? $800? $800? What's the, let's see, I don't have the link on this particular profile. What's the link? Put the link, Harris, for the chart. I guess I can go to Drive and look it up. Let's see. I don't have this profile set up. Give me the link to the chart, Harris, the 2% chart.
Yeah, it's in the chat box.
The chat.
Zoom.
Let's see.
Yep.
Or just share your screen and go to it. That'll be easier because I'm on a separate profile because I'm using a demonstration wallet. You know, it's not my main wallet to
All
show
right.
trades on the air, you know. So I'll stop sharing because I don't have all the tools set up for that particular profile.
All right.
But yeah, here we go. Here's the chart. So I mean, we've gone over this and over this, but it's because it's so important. What if I put in a couple $1,000? What $2,000 there? What happens? Now, all of this depends on us building a community that helps to do what I just did, right? $2,000 can become $2.7 million after a year if we build a community, and if that community does their little bit of help every day, every week, every month, whatever they can afford to help it average 2% a day. You look down the slide down that page, Harris, and each one of these is a day that if it does average 2% a day up through that number of days, that's what happens to your $2,000. It doesn't grow very fast at first, but go down to about day 300 or so and see how it's going. Day 300 is, 9-10 months from now. Look, it's $760,000 and keep on going. That $2,000. So I say that this is a project worth my time, worth my faith, my choice to join and support. That's what we're doing. And we're not only we're doing two things. We're building a 2% a day average goal green team. It's not guaranteed, it's our goal. 2% average every day. Well, we've been kind of doing that, you know. We had one person that sold a whole bunch, and 24 hours later the price was right back where it started because of the green team. Thank you very much, everybody. So what are we doing here? Talk to people about the green team. Talk to people about this show. It's every day at 8 a.m. Mountain Time, and they can email us if they want to be on the show and tell us about their business. Uh, Part of what we would like to do is, if you own a restaurant, we'd like to have you on the show. Tell us about your restaurant. If you're a dentist, we'd like to have you on the show. Tell us about your dental practice and tell us whether or not you're willing to accept ETHTC, or are you willing to accept TC barter, or are you willing to accept direct trades? Let somebody come and paint your office, you'll fix their teeth, or let us know what's on your mind. All of us have an unlimited wealth if you just put your time to work instead of wasting it. I mean, we all have, every day we get another whole batch of time. Every day, a whole new fresh set of time. So the asset of your life, the asset of my life, the asset of our life is our time. What are we going to spend our time at? We're going to go out and buy all the crazy new tokens and lose our money in 45 days? Or are we going to join a green team and work together as a team, be a baseball team, be a cryptocurrency green team, and work together and win? That's what I say. Pick your green team, stick to it, and see what $800 can do in a year. See what $8,000 can do in a year. $8,000 on a green team that succeeds at 2% a day average becomes $10 million. 8 grand I mean, if you can scrape up 8 grand somewhere and support the green team, and you don't have to put in all at once, you can just put in $100 a day, or just gradually get to 8 grand in there, or 800 in there, whatever it is you can afford, and support the green team. So the mandate is, let's find people that have time going to waste. Let's help them learn about the green team. Let's help them learn that they can trade their skills, their professional skills, and get paid with TCs if they want. Instead of watching TV, they could do another house painting job, and we can bring them a house painting job, and they can get paid with TCs, and they can go spend those TCs and get their teeth fixed. That's wealth. That's putting their time to work. All we have available to produce wealth is our time. That's the only asset any of us have. What are you born with? Time. That's all you got. So what we do with our time is what's going to determine how much good we can do for the world. How much can you donate to charity? How much can you help your neighbor? How much can you how much you're going to have to help your kids? How much you're going to have to help your posterity? It's all what happens with our time, right? So for me personally, my time is partially the green team. My time is partially learning about barter. What I have to barter is soil amendments from our mines that makes your garden grow better. And I'll trade you some if you fix my teeth. I'll trade you some if you trade me, something. Trade me TC barter. Trade me something. And you yourself have professional skills. You yourself have something extra that you're not using. Maybe it's a cement mixer sitting out in your backyard. Maybe it's a boat you don't use anymore. You can advertise it for free at tcbarter.com. Show us all those websites, Harris. Go to the deck screener where the list of websites are, or even at TC Barter, we just go to recommended and show all the other websites where they can advertise. It's not just tcbarter.com. There's a half a dozen other websites. I think you go to recommended, right? Yeah,
Yep.
there. Look at this. TC Trade Market is another website where you can advertise with your TCs. Real TC, that's for real estate. Trade advertising, buy and sell advertising with TCs. TC directory. Here's a directory that you can join. Here's cell phones. Buy and sell cell phones with TCs. TC Trade Mart, Facebook. There's a Telegram group. There's a Twitter group. Join us. Put some of your time to work. And when I say join us, obviously the people that are here already are involved. But this is going to be on YouTube, and or it is on YouTube right now, I guess. And so we encourage you. What are you going to do with your time today? You got 24 hours. You're going to use up 8 hours sleeping, I hope. You got 8 hours, you got to work your job, I hope. That leaves another 8 hours left over. You got 3 8-hour chunks in a 24-hour time period. One for sleeping, one for working, and one for becoming wealthy. So what are you going to do with that extra 8 hours you have to become wealthy? Why do you want to become wealthy? Because you can help a lot of people if you're wealthy. You can help your family. You can help other people. If you're not wealthy, you can't do a lot. I mean, the people that are doing a lot are the people that are wealthy. How'd they get wealthy? Well, that extra 8 hours, they didn't waste it. And so what can you do in those 8 hours? Well, you can tell people about the green team. You can tell people about TC Barter. You can go paint a dentist's house and get your teeth fixed. You can buy and sell cars. You can, do something, right? And the place that you can do it is on all these websites. All these websites, the standard, smaller ads, the standard listing type ads are all free. You don't have to pay a dang thing. You can go to tcbarter.com, put in your listing of who you are, what you have, what you want. You can go to the market section, put in put in a picture of what you got for sale. So that's my plea to you to join us, join the green team, help the world by helping people put their wasted time and assets to work. That's it for me.
Yep, I think we have covered everything, the bartering and also the crypto in a very great way today. So let's wrap up the show. So thank you so much for watching, guys, on YouTube. Please do subscribe and share video with your friends and family members. We will talk to you tomorrow at the same time. Have a great
8
day.
a.m. 8 a.m. Mountain Time every day. including weekends and holidays. We're here. Thanks, Harris.